Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be reading out of Psalms chapter 3. This chapter talks about the Lord protecting his people. And the first portion of this chapter literally has a song in it. Like, there's a song called Thou, O Lord, that someone wrote years ago, and that's where this song is found. And the first 4 verses, I will read the first 4 verses of Psalm chapter 3. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say, Of my soul, there is no help for him in God, Selah. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of mine head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill, Selah. So that's that first part of the chapter is the song. And the main verse that I want to focus on is verse 3. It says, Thou, O Lord, art a shield for me. Besides the song being called Thou, O Lord, Thou is a word that's being used. It's like really emphasizing like how great God is, like getting the attention of this is David when he's talking to God, when he's fleeing from his son Absalom. And he's saying, Thou, O Lord, art a shield for me. A shield, obviously, in the army, or, back then in the day, whenever David and his men, they would have shields. A shield is the thing to protect you from the enemy. You may have a weapon, but it's good to have a shield to protect your surrounding around you. And then it says in verse 4, I cried unto the Lord with my voice. He cried. That's more than just like saying, God help me. It's like calling out to God with passion. Like he really wants help and he knows he can't do anything without God. And he heard me out of his holy hill. He's saying how the Lord heard him. If you cry out to God, immediately he'll hear you. He is literally there waiting, listening, putting his hand by his ear, literally listening. Then verse 5 through 8 says, I laid me down and slept. I waked, for the Lord sustained me. Verse 5 is also part of that song. And it says, even when you go down and you go to sleep, and then when you wake up in the morning, the Lord will sustain you. He will be there for you, and he will help you. Verse 6 says, I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people, Selah. So he's arising, waking up, and he's telling the Lord, save me. Now this saving right here is not the one where you're putting your faith and trust in Jesus. Obviously, we all need to do that. But this one is where he's asking the Lord to physically save him, whether it's from his enemies or even from his family or from the trials and struggles that he's going through. Then I want to look at verse 8. Verse 8 says, Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Belongeth. That means salvation comes from the Lord. He is the only one who can save you, and he is the one who made a way for us to get to heaven. In that way, it was the free gift of salvation. It says, Thy blessing is upon thy people. Blessings, God will give us blessings if we are saved. Like his people are the ones who have put their faith and trust in him. So I just encourage you all to always remember that the Lord will protect you and to ask him to protect you. And just to always remember where your salvation comes from and never get over your salvation. Thank the Lord for your salvation. And that the Lord is a shield, that he will protect you and he will be there for you. He is crying out in despair about those that trouble him and are up against him. If you go through any trials or struggles or things in life, God will still be there for you and he will be able to help you through them. So, I hope this chapter summary really helped you all, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.